I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I really don't know if you guys are ready for this. I'm Jake. I can skate. And it's game day. It's finally game day. This one counts. I didn't talk about the announcement of the final roster because I was busy at work and preparing some of the stuff that's coming out today. But today, welcome to Flames Hockey Game Day Preview. It's the first time I can say that. We didn't use the name for the preseason, but the recaps and the pre-games are going to be part of the same show. So welcome to the first game day preview. And boy, is it a big one. It's opening night. That's big enough on its own. It's reason enough to celebrate. But it's also a Battle of Alberta. And that is absolutely an incredible way to kick off the season. I'm so excited. With Jonathan Huberdeau and Martin Pospisil put on IR to start the season, this is going to be one of the youngest lineups the Flames have iced since the 1990s. They're going to have two 19-year-olds on the roster for the first time since 1998. And that in itself is interesting, although it is notable that Zane Parekh will not be in the starting lineup tonight. Here are the lines. We have Joel Farabee, Nazem Kadri, Adam Klapka, Gridden, Frost, Coronado, Zari, Backlund, Coleman, Lomberg, Kirkland, Sharangovich. Matvei Gridden has made the team, and not only has he made the team, but he will be playing second line minutes, and that Frost-Coronado pairing was very dynamic during the preseason, so I'm excited to see it today. Big opportunity for Adam Klapka getting first line minutes with Kadri, at least to start the game. I tend to suspect he'll be replaced at some point in the night by Matt Coronado or Yegor Sharangovich, but big opportunity for the big man to show he belongs there. And Zari's getting the fix-it / nobody can go wrong on the Backlund-Coleman line. That's fine, that'll be good for him. And obviously, great on Matvei Gridden to make the team out of camp, whether it's because of an injury or not. And once we go through all the lines, I'll get into that a little more. But we all gotta calm down a bit, okay? On defense, we have Kevin Ball and Rasmus Anderson, Hanley and Uyghur, and Bean Pahal. Dustin Wolf's gonna start on opening night, backed up by Devin Cooley. Of course he is. He was always going to. I imagine Devin Cooley starts in Vancouver, and Dustin Wolf gets the home opener. That means your scratches today are Zane Parekh, Danil Miramanov, and Sam Honzek. Now, here's where we gotta have a little chat, team, okay? We have to calm down. We have to calm down and realize that Zane Parekh is 19 years old. and he will be playing lots of games this year. I would have liked to see him on opening night too. I said throughout training camp that I liked him a lot more than I liked Danil Miramanov or Jake Bean. That's still the case. I don't like that third pair being Bean and Paul. However, this does not mean that Conroy is telling lies when he tells us there's a youth movement. The Calgary Flames have the 6th youngest roster in the entire NHL. There's definitely a youth movement here. The Flames are using the same development model for Zane Parekh that they used last year with Dustin Wolf. There is not any shot being taken at Zane Parekh. It's not even cowardly. It's the same process we used on our franchise goalie. Zane Parekh will play lots of games this year. He will probably, by the end of the season, be playing every day. But coming out of camp, he doesn't need to play against Connor McDavid. He doesn't need to do that. That's not necessary for his development. It's a long season. He'll play the Oilers in February, I assure you. I don't love this decor with Jake Bean on instead of Zane Parekh. I would argue he should even be in what is Joel Hanley's place at the moment on the second pair. But we're easing the kid into it, and that's fine. Devin Cooley being the backup is also fine. Dustin Wolf will play 65 games. That was always the plan. I assure you it was always the plan. The backup job was gonna play 20 games maximum. And so having Devin Cooley or Ivan Prosvetov there is really irrelevant as long as they give us competitive minutes. Now, Cooley wasn't super in camp. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you he was great, because he wasn't. Neither was Ivan Prosvetov. I might have picked a goalie up off waivers. The Flames didn't do that. The fact is that if we get the Devin Cooley that started last year with the Wranglers, or even some reasonable facsimile of that, the Flames will be fine. There is no reason for concern with either Zane Parekh or the backup goalie position at this time. If we called up Honzek with the injuries, I would honestly be probably sitting Brian Lomberg. I like the idea of having more skill on the fourth line too. The Flames coaches really seem to love having an identity line there. That's fine, as long as they can be effective. This could even be good for Yegor, to be honest. Having him on the fourth line should get him a few more favorable matchups to show off his skill. And of course, as I've said, I always like having Kirkland in there. You might be going to a shootout today. I'd be looking for a way to keep that shootout skill in the lineup. But hey, we'll see how that goes tonight, too. So the game tonight is at 8 o'clock on Sportsnet. I will also be streaming at least the first period or so of the game live on the YouTube channel. I'll be sharing those links out with this video in the description. When I do these streams, I'm normally gonna want to stream the full game, but I always wanted to stream on opening night, and with it being an 8 o'clock start, I have to go to bed at a certain point during the game, so that stream isn't gonna capture the entire game. And then my game day post game, the recap video, is gonna be up sometime tomorrow morning. It won't be up in the same night. With earlier starts, I'll be able to get the recap videos up the same night, but with the late starts, I can't do it. So, game tonight is at 8 p.m. on Sportsnet. The stream starts at 7:45 on the YouTube channel. And I am so excited. Go Flames!